What's up, YouTube? ODST General back again with Halo SPV3. If you guys are just joining the channel or just joined recently, this will be a new video series for you probably. Sometime back I did a Let's Play on this, and when I did that, the campaign was never completed. They just released the campaign to the public today, the full campaign with the new flood and everything. So I'm just going to real quick talk about what SPV3 is before we get going and just kind of what's going on with this. So first of all, I want to say this is Halo Combat Evolved. It's a mod for it. It's not a remaster, although everything in here uses HD stuff, so it's 1920 by 1080p is what this is recorded in. I'm using a 360 controller to play this on my computer. So everything's going to look new. It's all new assets. Everything's been redone, but they add a ton of stuff. And basically, they've added on levels. They've brought in enemies from the other Halo games, such as the Brutes and the Skirmishers. They've added new weapons that have never been playable or usable in the Halo games. They've got a Brute variant of the Needler, which is I think the tracking's less good on it, but it's a lot more deadly. It does a lot more damage to unshielded targets, I think is what it is. But we're going to go ahead and start off, and we're going to start on 343 Guilty Spark, and you know, we're going to probably just do one level per video. This is all going to be just basically as it happens. I might die, I might not, we'll see. In some of the past videos I've died, some I haven't, so we'll see how it goes. This is going to be new to me as I play through. I don't know what to expect in these levels. I don't know what we're going to find. If we do find a terminal, they've added terminals. I will read the terminals in my version of a voice that's supposed to sound like the character that the terminal is being written after. So if you guys haven't watched the previous videos, one of the cool things they do is that most levels actually let you pick your loadout. Actually, this might even be all levels if you're just starting the level and not actually going through the campaign mission after mission. But so this one we've got Saboteur, which has a battle rifle, which appears to have a grenade launcher underslung on it with a silenced SMG and scope. Grenadier, which is the assault rifle with a grenade launcher and a pistol. Silenced battle rifle and SMG. Marksman, which is the DMR, and Breacher. I'm gonna go with Breacher here. We might end up having to fight Covenant where we didn't used to. I'm gonna assume that the mission's the same up until the point that we fight the Flood. That's not a spoiler at this point either anymore. But Halo's been out long enough. We know that the Flood's gonna come in this level. If you don't, then
that was over 12 hours ago. We've been unable to re-establish contact with the captain or his team. I'll stay in the neighborhood in case the area's hot. When you locate Captain Keyes, radio in, and I'll come pick you up. Good
I think you
luck,
just
sir.
ruined the gun on your Pelican, but okay. So first of all, I gotta say, I love the fact that this level's dark. 343 was always one of my favorite levels. It was just really creepy and eerie, you know, and I was, you know, Halo's been out for a long time. I was quite a bit younger when I first played this. Oh, wait, you know, there's a terminal right there. Okay, let's go ahead and pick up the sprint. Oh, I've got health regen. I'd rather have health regen, to be honest.
Dropship Victor 933 clear.
So we've got health packs, we've got some ammo. Pretty much all the same stuff that was here at the beginning of the original Halo game. But anyways, like I was starting to say, is I love the fact that this is dark because the Halo Remaster, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, made this level way too bright. I mean, it's supposed to be a creepy and eerie level, and the fact that you can see like everything in there just ruins it. It's a good thing we didn't read that terminal, I suppose. Here's some grunts here. Oh, what the heck? The grunts are not alone. So as you can see, level's already different. We've got a brute here. We've got some dead marines that were added. That's actually nice. I like that. They've gone through and added some dead marines and stuff. I don't think they were in the original game. I don't remember ever seeing them, at least. We're going to grab this health and we're going to read this terminal. So this is a UNSC data pad. This is from Captain Jacob Keyes. It is rare for a captain of a UNSC ship to be on the front lines of ground operations, but I frankly see no other option here. Our fight against the Covenant on this ring is simply a matter of numbers. We are waging an effective guerrilla campaign against them, but it is only a matter of time until we are eventually overrun. If the intelligence from the elite we interrogated is true, the weapons here could give us a chance to fight back against the Covenant, and maybe give us a chance at actually defeating them and escaping before more of their ships arrive. But so far we have yet to see any signs of the Covenant, at least not in the numbers we'd expect. Perhaps we will find that we are looking for the facility up ahead. The fog is so thick, it would be foolish for anyone to take up a defensive position that leaves anyone, human or Covenant, open to an ambush. I've ordered our Pelican to stay on the ground and keep its weapons hot. If this is a trap, we're going to need to get out of here quick. With all the foliage and trees, there won't be time for the pilot to extract us if it isn't already on the ground. So obviously this is their Pelican. We never really find out what happened to this Pelican in the actual game, and that's true here. So it seems to have crashed. You know, you can't see in there, so you can't see the pilot. We don't know if the pilot's in there, he got captured by the Covenant, or it may have been the Flood that took him out. We don't know. You do actually see this in the original game. I don't know if we'll see it here, and I might miss it fighting enemies, but you actually see in the original game Flood running across the top at 1 or 2 points. This already feels like I'm walking in circles, because I am. I'm supposed to go... I guess I'm supposed to go towards these blue lights. That was one of the reasons they made this level so much brighter in the original game, was because people got turned around really easy, but I mean, I think that's part of the charm of it, to be honest with you guys. We got a Covenant dropship here. It looks like a grunt died inside of it when it crashed. This is one thing that was always really creepy to me, was this dropship. I mean, it's like, man, here's this Covenant dropship, you know, and they destroy everything up to that point, and here's this dropship. There's dead grunts here. It was a pretty intense moment for me. We've got another terminal here, so we're going to try to read this before we get attacked. This is a Covenant one. This is from Bractanus, the Jiralhane chieftain from the CCS Sacred Promise. I have ordered the Ognoy and Kigar to pull back to the swamp immediately after my discovery, and have ordered them to send word to the Sangheli. Despite my disdain for their kind, if we do not reemerge from the structure, it was long before I sent the pack in to investigate that I discovered the foul stench of the parasite. Our Covenant has run into places like this before, places defiled by the infection. I have no interest, despite the dangers that are contained within, of letting the Sangheli know have found this place. What? Okay, there should be an I in there. Oh well. Our pack will be punished for not reporting this immediately, but I refuse to let the Sangheli lock down and quarantine my packmates upon discovering they have entered. They will take no chances allowing the infection to spread, and we brutes are well aware of the danger. Given our lack of energy shielding or breathing masks to protect us, but the Sangheli will use this as an excuse to quarantine us all out of spite. Arrogant fools. So, obviously, you know, the brutes weren't there in the original game. Now, I have seen the launch trailer for this, and you do see Brute Flood. To be honest, that's probably kind of expected anyways. So we could get a Jackal Shield. I'm not a big fan of the Jackal Shield, though. You can't really see past it. It's interesting. It's cool to see that sort of thing in-game, but ultimately I don't feel it's an effective or efficient weapon. I'm not sure. Am I supposed to be jumping up over this stuff here? Kind of feels like I'm not supposed to be. Oh, maybe I am. Oh yeah, this is that part. So you just saw something running in there. That might have been a flood. What's up over there? Something's up on the other side of this if I can get up there. Oh, it's invisibility. Nice. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get ourselves in. There's that dead grunt. All the Covenant running outside of there. Try and conserve a little bit of ammunition against these guys here. Oh man, that shotgun's so good looking. So I'm kind of curious if the earlier campaign missions I've already played through have gotten anything redone on them since I last played. We got some deactivated energy barriers there, I think is what those are. So in the original game, if you could actually get up to the door fast enough by going from the top and jumping right down in front of the door, you could actually see floating assault rifles. But I don't know. I mean, they're literally not there. You're not supposed to be able to see those assault rifles at all. It's just supposed to see the guns straight out and thinking that you're like literally right behind the UNSC officers. But it's pretty clear the Covenant knew what was in here and they were trying to avoid it. You know, the Covenant don't act like this towards humans any previous point in the game, so I'm pretty sure this is, oh, I forgot about that stupid thing exploding like that. Yeah, exploding plasma pistols, like, pretty deadly for a plasma pistol. Oh, crap, okay. Well, shoot, he's still alive. I had to kill him with the second round. I gotta jump down here anyways. I should have just jumped down and dealt with him the old-fashioned way. But I'm trying to avoid using my shotgun. I'd rather have my shotgun than the brute launcher. I'm actually not sure how well the brute launcher would do against the flood. It's gotta do pretty good, right? I mean, you'd think. What? Oh, another one came out. Okay, gotten him. I don't think any of those are gonna hurt him. There's going to be a lot of jackals here. I'm not sure how efficient having this needler is going to be against them. I mean, unless, of course, you just bash their face in like that. So we've got the flood goop. I don't think it's edible. I would advise against it. Of course, the dead jackal and there's blood everywhere on the walls, and this murder scene. You're just going, man, what's going on? What happened here? What did I miss? They're like, man, the humans are kicking ass. But you know, in the back of your mind, like even the first time playing through this, if you've never played it before, you're going, something's off here. I don't know what it is. So this is a new weapon. This is one of the new ones that they've added. I'm not sure what this is. This is called the Piercer. It's obviously a brute weapon. It's got that blade on the bottom. It looks like a pistol of some kind. So it almost looks like a slower firing spike rifle almost. It's an interesting looking weapon for sure. We're gonna try this out because it's new. And that's the other thing, is I'm not always going to choose the best weapon, and sometimes I might suffer for that, but if it's a new weapon for me, I'm definitely going to want to try it out and give it a shot here.
Stay back! Stay back! You're not turning me into one of them!
Shot himself. So I could pick up a rifle, or a pistol, but apparently I actually can't. So, yep, a lot of dead jackals. Blood everywhere. I mean, it's so different, the creepy music. There's definitely a lot of hints at what you're kind of facing, or at least to an extent there is, but same time, not so much. Alright, turn on this energy bridge here. I heard there's, you can actually use, like, the charging stations and stuff now. I don't think you could use that in the last release, at least not that I can remember. I could be mistaken. So we're getting up to the reveal of the Flood here pretty quick. We've got a dead UNSC soldier at the top of the stairs, along with the second UNSC data pad. So there should be a third one somewhere, but we're not sure where. So this one's actually from Mendoza. He was one of the guys with Jenkins. This place is freaky. I ain't never seen anything like this. Creeps me out. I don't know what it is we're after, but the cap insists we push forward and investigate. The Covenant, they're all dead, man. Something slaughtered them all. I'm all for killing Coveys, and we could seriously use a new ally, but I ain't believing any of this is the enemy is my friend Loco shit. Anything that can rip open the chest of those hinge heads is not something I want to meet. But what I don't understand is where all their weapons went. We haven't seen a single thing. Despite finding all these corpses everywhere, all I know is we aren't the only ones here. And whatever this so-called weapon is, someone or something else clearly has beat us and the Covenant to it first. I mean, since we got here, we've seen nothing but some animals. But this place has to be home to something, right? But what I don't understand is why everything we've seen here of the Covenant seems focused on keeping something inside the facility, not keeping us out. So that does bring up an interesting point, and something I've never thought about before is that you actually don't see the weapons of the Covenant most part. I mean, there's some, and that's interesting. There's flood biomass. That wasn't actually in Halo 1. I don't think you ever really saw flood biomass on anything in Halo 1, so it's kind of cool to see that. From my understanding, is that'll actually release infection forms now, maybe? Oh, there's a Forerunner terminal here. Cool. Let's check this out here. But yeah, you don't ever see any Covenant weapons for the most part. A lot of them are gone, but they left the body. That's kind of the opposite of the Flood there. Well, let's check out this. This is from 343 Guilty Spark. Most troubling. The Reclaimer's meddling at the security station has disabled a number of security systems across the entire ring. I fail to comprehend the motivation of his actions. Surely he is aware of the dangers this ring holds and would restrain himself from such reckless actions. The initial consequences were quite severe. The Drellane and the Sangheli were quickly overrun by the breach of the containment cells. A small group managed to escape, and much to my surprise used a Huragok to override the door controls. While the room is secure for now, I'm afraid of what could happen if ignored for too long. The Flood have been known to develop hives, producing more infection forms while also repairing the bodies of potential hosts that are too currently damaged to provide full motor functions, as well as to incubate and accelerate the Flood's mutation of the host. Previous observations have shown that if left to mutate long enough, combat-ready forms will also begin to function as carriers of the infection form, something which could have dire consequences given the visitors to the ring. So, does that mean that we could run into combat forms that work like infection forms or carrier forms? Or does that just mean that carrier forms are a thing? I guess we'll find out. I'm just gonna take a quick drink of water while the cutscene's playing here.
Why do we always have to listen to this old stuff, Sarge?
Change the song.
Watch your mouth, son. This stuff is your history. It should remind you, Grump,
That's
what we're
awesome.
fighting to protect.
Hey, if the Covenant want to wipe out this particular part of my history, that's fine by me.
Yeah, better it than us.
You ask them real nice next time you see him, Vicente. I'm sure they'll be happy to oblige.
LZ looks clear. I'm bringing us down.
Go, go, go! Stay close, Jenkins! Mendoza, move it up! Wait here for the captain and his squad, then get your ass inside.
Sir!
Okay, let's move!
I will say this cutscene actually, at least certain parts of it, are kind of overpowering on the eyes. Like, it's way too bright, I think. Maybe that's my settings, I don't know, but... And that needs to be toned down some, I think.
Which is weird, right? I mean, look at it. Something tore open its chest and scrambled the insides.
What's that? Plasma scoring?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was an accident, you know, friendly fire or something?
What do we have, Sergeant?
Looks like a Covenant patrol. Badass elite units. All KIA.
Real pretty. Friend of yours?
Nah, we just met.
Right, well, let's get this door open.
I'll try, sir. But it looks like these Covenant worked pretty hard to lock it down.
Just do it, son.
Yes, sir.
He didn't try very hard.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Boy, you always got a bad feeling about something.
Sarge, can you hear me?
What's going on, soldier?
He's got contacts, lots of them, but they're not Covenant. They're just tearing through us. What the? Oh no!
Corporal, do you copy? Over. Mendoza, get your ass back up to 2nd Squad's position and find out what the hell is going on.
But-
I don't have time for your lip, soldier. I gave you an order.
Sarge! Listen!
What is that?
Where's that coming from,
Everywhere.
Mendoza?
I don't... There! Mira! Hold still! Hold still!
Let him have it.
Sergeant, we're surrounded.
God damn it, Jenkins! Fire your weapon!
There are too many,
Don't
Sarge!
even think about it, Marine.
Oh, this is local!
Get back here, Marine. That's an order.
Jenkins!
hate that 117 on the chest. I really do. It looks so tacky. Alright, so there's rocket launcher ammo on there. I guess I missed a rocket launcher at some point. That's a shame. Oh yeah, there is infection forms in there. So it's a brute flood here that we're fighting. So that is not an effective combat weapon against the flood, which is unfortunate because I am now out of ammo for it. Okay, I know he dropped a grenade, and I don't think my grenade switch is key to the right thing. These cluster grenades are really nice for fighting the infection forms, though. I'm just gonna let a bunch of them hit me and pop on my shields. Oh, hello, Elite. So yeah, the infection forms are in fact popping and dropping out, or the combat forms are actually dropping out infection forms. I don't appreciate that. I hope they're aware of that fact. So it looks like I missed a Forerunner terminal somewhere in this level. There's a checkpoint. So I can't remember. I know there's a right way and a wrong way to go, and I can't remember which is which because it's been so long since I've played. So we're gonna hope this is the proper way to go, and this isn't like the bad elevator shaft. So one of these elevators is gonna like go and collapse on us. They've got some weapons. I'd like some new weapons here. Alright, you guys keep up the good work. Thank you for the weapon. Doesn't have much ammo. Oh, shoot. I think this is the wrong way, because it's telling me to activate this energy bridge. I'm really hoping I'm mistaken, though. So I'm wondering if we'll actually see carrier forms or not, then if the regular combat forms are putting out infection forms. Yeah, no, that's what I was worried about. I did go the wrong way. I wonder what these guys look like. Dead, that's what they look like. Ooh, that was a... What the heck is that? Is that a Jackal infection form? Oh, wonderful. One of them has a fuel rod gun. You know what? You guys defend the door. Guard the door, okay? Oh, yes. Yes, a million times yes. This is the M247 machine gun. This is the machine gun you only see in Halo 2. There's a variant of it in Halo Reach too, I guess, but it's different. This is supposed to be getting added into the Operation Trebuchet mod and never did. I'm really looking forward to this thing. This is probably going to be something I should save for the infection form, though. Or not the... Yeah, the infection form. I keep getting confused. I don't know why. Yeah, not as good as a shotgun. It seems to fire faster and faster the longer you fire it for. Pretty quick reload for a gun that size. That's interesting. And we're going the wrong direction. I want to go back up, please. Can we go that way? Up. And then you're like, oh, that's a lot of blood. And you're like, oh, that's a lot of red dots. I know it's slowed down like this for balancing reasons, but I do wish it fired faster like it did in the actual game of Halo 2. But if it was actually the same as it was in Halo 2, it would be such a broken weapon. Oh! Oh, this is new! Oh yeah, I forgot. This is new. That means I'm gonna probably be stuck in here for a lot longer. So as you can see, Marines can get infected, and I lost most of my overshields trying to save those Marines. Oh crap, I'm getting overwhelmed here. Not quite as gnarly as the Halo 3 version, but definitely pretty gnarly nonetheless. Looks like there's strips of camouflage kind of stuck to their body here. Ribcage is showing, flesh is torn off. Still pretty brutal. Kinda curious. This isn't exactly a good weapon for headshotting. Let's try this. Oh well, whatever. You guys aren't a threat anyways now. This guy, he's missing his head. You can actually like... Oh man. Oh man. Tongue and everything. Tongue and teeth. Okay, It's a DMR. I'm pretty sure that's not the guy who was shooting at me, though. So I'm almost out of ammo for this. It says 0, but it still seems to actually be based off that bar, which is interesting. So, light machine gun, pretty good for actually engaging big enemies. It's actually quite deadly, it seems. Smaller enemies, like I thought it would be, though, it's not very good at. It's going to run out of ammo here pretty soon, unfortunately, so I'll need to find some sort of alternative to it. I guess that'll be my alternative here. Oh, another thing is if you haven't watched the previous playthroughs, you can actually switch the battle rifle to a single fire burst. Which I'll try to demo off properly here in a second. Oh man, I thought I downed that guy. I don't know if the rounds are just not hitting where I'm thinking they're hitting, but I thought if you shot them in the center, well, not the center mass, but like the main mass of the infection form within their body, that actually like one-shotted them. I guess not. The MA5E. So let's see, I guess I gotta jump down. Like the other weapon, the MA5E starts to fire faster, I do believe, and also more accurately the longer it's fired for. Yeah, definitely a much better weapon for actually engaging the flood. Was that flood I killed an ODST? There was an ODST helmet. Oh my god, that's awesome. The ODST flood. I love it. I mean, just you know, it adds more variety ultimately. What's going on here, guys? Nothing. I heard that. You suck. Okay, let's go ahead and push out here. So far, the levels are the same up to this point, but past experience tells me that won't be the case for too much longer. Oh man, that was another ODST fly. I wanted to look at him. I didn't... I shouldn't have meleeed him, I guess, if that was the case, huh? Wish I knew I put grenades to... Oh, hello. Oh, he didn't explode. Interesting. Holy fucking shit. I'm supposed to have that health regen. I have to rekey this or something. Something's not set up right. The flashlight is supposed to be the same key as the health regens and stuff in the armor abilities. Oh shoot! I threw away my shotgun. I need that. Yep, that's an important tool for fighting the Flood. That's pretty much a must-have. Alright, we're going back up. We're going the direction I want to go.
This is Echo 419. Chief, is that you? I lost your signal when you disappeared.
Oh, right, the health regen just automatically works. It doesn't, it's not something you have to activate, that's right. It has been a while since I've played this, so you guys are going to have to forgive me in regards to that.
Thank God you're here. We've been lost out here for hours. After we lost contact with the rest of the mission, we headed for the RV point, and then these things, they ambushed us. We got to get out of here.
There's a large tower a few hundred meters from your current position. Find a way above the fog and foliage canopy, and I can move in and pick you up.
Oh, interesting. So there's actually Covenant fighting them. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard to defend the Marines. I don't know if you can shoot those guys off or not. I've been trying, but I haven't had much luck. There's the Jackal ones, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. That's what they are. I know they're supposed to be Jackal infection forms. I just obviously it's nothing that's ever been in the Halo game before is a Jackal infection form, but they're pretty terrifying. That was a group. Okay.
Shot.
He wasn't an infection form. He was managing to survive. Oh, that's something I didn't think about, is that the Covenant can be turned too, can't they? Oh, shoot. I'm all by myself already. So the ODST one dies, but you don't. Typical. Yeah, that sucks. That's a lot harder. I mean, granted, it is heroic, but I don't know if you'd be able to defend the Marines at all. Even if you're really trying pretty hard, it would be pretty tough to defend the Marines in this sort of situation, while not dying yourself at least. So this is the big structure. Sentinels here. This is our first look at Sentinels in this version of the game. Do they light the enemy on fire? We're gonna... Well, they're all fighting here. We're gonna go take a peek around. See what we can find over here. I'm sure that there's probably a terminal or something hidden in this part of the level. Maybe back the way we came some. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, even actually, now that I think about the original Halo, I never really explored this far around. I really got around to this side here. So let's go exploring here for a second. I'm sure that there's probably some sort of Easter egg for staying outside on the Pelican, though, at the start of the level. We missed I think one UNSC terminal, and then we've missed 2 Forerunner terminals. And I can't remember if there was 2 or 3 Covenant ones, but we missed some Covenant terminals. So I mean, you can see they're not all, like, some of them are pretty easy to find, some are more difficult. You'd think there would be like one up here. But then again, I don't know if we're actually at the end of the level or not. I mean, obviously this is the end of the level for regular old 343 Guilty Spark. Get out of here, man. Yeah, they're lighting them on fire. That's pretty cool. You can pick up Forerunner weapons, it seems. I think I'm gonna opt to stick with my SMG though. Hey, you know what? Let's not. If I can find one again, I don't know where it was. I did say we wanted to check out new weapons and stuff. Actually, this is pretty cool looking. I mean, it's a little bit weird. I mean, Halo 1's not designed to have it, but I actually like the model a lot more than the previous versions of it. Little spinning bits, just a nice little addition. Yeah, my hit's harder. He tried. Looks like we've got to kill all these guys here. It's still one on the other side of the tower we have to off. Oh, guess not. They really wanted me to carry that light machine gun.
Installation 04. I am 343 Guilty Spark. Someone has released the flood. My function is to prevent it from leaving this installation, but I require your assistance. Come, this way.
Chief, I've lost your signal! Where'd you go? Chief! Chief!
Alright guys, so that's the end of the level. Obviously the library is up next. The ever-dreaded, ever-hated Halo mission library. Tedious because it just goes on and on and on. It's a fun concept at first, it just goes a little too long. Hopefully this one's seen the biggest overhaul. Otherwise I'm not going to be looking forward to it too much. It's no fun.
We must collect the index before we can activate the installation.
I guess we'll ultimately see. Oh, and they stuck me with this. I'm angry about this. I'll say that. Yeah, like I said, this thing sucks against the Flood. It's probably awesome against the Covenant. I'd love to see it against like actual like normal brutes and grunts and stuff, but against the Flood, it doesn't seem that great. It does seem a little bit better suited to combat forms, which is odd. You'd think this would be an ideal weapon for the infection forms. At any rate, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. We're going to go and just finish this mission for right now. The library, obviously, it's one of the longer missions, so this next video that we do, whenever that happens, is definitely going to be on the longer side. So far, I'm really enjoying the new additions, what level we've gotten to play with so far. The new, the audio change there at the cutscene, that was pretty great. The Vietnam music, the MT-47, the new brute weapon. I don't know how I feel about the new brute weapon either. That one, they're kind of weird weapons to demo like against the Flood because they're not really well suited to the Flood. It's the Jackals, man, they're creepy, man. They make that screaming noise and they're all bent over backwards. It's like a horror movie thing, you know? I wonder if that's supposed to be like kind of inspired by some of like the Halo 3 pure forms. Alright guys, well, at any rate, take it easy, and I'll see you for the library next time.